Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Alrighty, lawn season's not too far away. For me it's about probably a month and a half maybe. But that time is gonna go by pretty quick. So I thought I'd do just a outline of my 2026 lawn care setup. And this maybe could be helpful for those who are just starting out. I'm gonna walk through each piece of equipment, tell you a little bit about it, and how I liking it. All right, so the first thing that I got in the arsenal is this Yardworks spade shovel. What I use it for is like edges that are super overgrown. Now, I only had to use this a few times last year, and it was tedious work because when them edges are real overgrown, these sometimes can't get through those edges, but I got to maybe teach myself how to. But you have to put this right on the sidewalk edge and then jump on it. It'll cut through, and it takes a while because it's a few inches at a time. And if you got a sidewalk that's hundreds of feet long, it's going to take a few hours. But when the edge, it always looked good after I did this. I may sharpen that up with the angle grinder a little bit. That could make it cut through a little bit better, but this is a good tool to have. You could use this for flower beds too. That would work as like a bed redefiner. But I like this. I don't like using it entirely, but I think it's a good tool to have. Tool number 2 is the Stihl BG86C. This is a good blower. I inherited it. My grandpa gave it to me, so I did not buy this with my own money. And if you can look under here, it's DOM right there, 1/19, so January of 2019. So it's going on 7 years old, friends. 7 years old, but it is a fairly low-ish hour unit. It was not used that much. The plastics are still shiny. And I presume my grandpa did not do a ton of maintenance to it. The only thing I did was cleaned out the spark arrestor. When I opened the air filter was pretty clean. So I imagine it was not used that often. Maybe just a few hours a year, that's all. But that is a good unit. It's not huge, but it's a powerful blower for what it is. Weighs about 10 to 11 pounds, I think. Good maneuverability, and it's got good power for, just a handheld blower. And for its age, it's a good unit. Second one here is the FS38. This is my old trimmer. I'm not gonna sell it because I'm gonna keep it as a backup just in case, but this may actually have a purpose that I thought of, and that's because the head does not have a gearbox, it spins faster. So if I am trying to cut through an overgrown edge, well, this might do it better because the head spins faster. And I've got smaller line in it, and this cuts edges really well. It just cuts through the overgrowth. So I still use this a little bit this year for just cutting through the overgrowth, but other than that, I'm not really going to use it that much unless the main one goes down, but I don't expect it to. This one, it's about a year and a half old. Nope. This way. Date of manufacture is January of 2024. So actually about 2 years old, but I bought it in the summer. So I've only had it for about a year and a half. But that was a good unit when I had it. Certainly liked it, but now I've got something better. If you've seen my last few videos on the Stihl FS70, I like this one. It's basically brand new. Only has about 30 minutes of runtime on it. Not even a full tank yet. This one, October of 2024. So it's been on the shelf a little bit, but it runs fine, no issues. Again, only 30 minutes-ish of runtime on it, and for right now, it's really good. I've got a speed feed head on there. I've also got a speed feed head on this one, but it's the steel version. This is the Echo speed feed head. I really like this unit, and this is going to be my main trimmer this year. You know, it's got the rubber handle over the plastic handle on this one, like the 56. Just, you know, it's the little things. Very comfortable, padded handle, lots of power. I really like it. Can't wait to put some time on this thing because it's going to be fun to use. All right, we get to the main piece of equipment here, the lawnmower. I'm going to stick with this one this year. I don't plan on upgrading unless there's a good reason to do so. Now, I will have a few maintenance videos coming out on this. I'm going to grease the wheel bearings and also the teeth and the gears, but I got to wait to clean off the mower before I do that. I don't want any grit getting in there when I clean it off. And then I'm going to do an oil change, and I want to get these valves adjusted, but I'm not so confident in my abilities quite yet. I know how to do it, but doing it is a different story. So I may just have a shop do that or take it to my small engines teacher at high school. But anyway, friends, this is a pretty good, not super good mower, but it has done a great job for me. Here's a little something. I just got this. So if it's 100 degrees outside, it's going to make it slightly better. It's just a camping fan. I clamped it on. This may be an issue. It's not super sturdy. I put the duct tape on there to try and make it better, and that made it a little better. But if it moves around from like vibration or something, I'm sure I can figure out a way to prevent that from happening. But anyway, friends, this has been a good mower. It's got a 23-inch deck. The engine is 190cc Briggs, single position height adjuster. The only thing I wish this had is more heights. They're half-inch increments, so it's pretty big. So a lot of the times I wish there was like an in-between setting, because if you go half an inch lower, you're scalping half an inch higher, it looks a little unkept sometimes. So that's the one thing I wish was a little bit better. And the only issues I've had with this are these two bolts and this handle bolt vibrated loose. I don't know why. These ones have held on just fine. So I've made a little repair. I've just put two bolts in here with washers, and then these are nylon lock nuts to prevent it from backing out. And then over here this is what it looks like on this side. Just a Torx bolt, but I put one of these through, and then there's some Loctite on this to keep that from coming out from vibration. Again, friends, I'm not really sure why it happened on this side and not that side, but you know, now the only thing is, because the bolts aren't the perfect size of the handle, there is a bit of handle slop. Not a ton. There's some that are way worse. Actually, that side down there is more sloppy than this side over here. But anyway, friends, this is a good mower. I put a new blade on it. Runs good. Yeah, coming soon. Some maintenance videos on how to maintain this a little bit better. But for what it is, good piece of equipment. All right, you may have not seen this yet, but this is a corded leaf blower or sucker vacuum. I really only use this for one thing, and that is leaf cleanups. And I wish I would have known to do this last fall in the leaf cleanups, because it's way better than mowing it. It has way more suction, does a better job. I put the tube on there, and it minces the leaves up into dust, so I can fit a ton of leaves into only like 1 yard bag. And it has a lot of power because it's a Toro Ultra Blower Vac, and it has a lot of power. It's got a metal impeller, which is even better. That's why I'm a little bit hesitant to get the sucker vacuum attachment for this, because yeah, that detaches and this can become a sucker vacuum, but it has a plastic impeller, so leaves or any small sticks going up there is going to tear that thing up. But this one I'll show you. Might be hard to see in there, but that's metal. So the durability is really good. That thing is really old. I have no idea how old it is. But hey, it works pretty well for what it is. And that's what I'm going to be using for cleanups this spring or fall. And can't wait. Well, friends, that's basically the main pieces of equipment I've got. I do have some additional things over here. Got the Saber. Gonna do some oil changes with the oil down there. I do have spare filters, but I changed the filter on the mower last fall, and I only put a few hours of runtime on it. I'm fixing to try out the Black Diamond. I still got the Crossfire in there. That's what the head came with, and it's lasted a good bit. Coming springtime, I'm gonna try out the Black Diamond a little bit. And here's that grease gun I've got. It's the Oregon one, but I can take the back off and just scoop it out. So I'm gonna put it on the wheel bearings and everything. And if you're looking for the fan I bought, here's the one. Can't recommend it yet because I haven't tried it yet. I don't know if it'll vibrate off, but if it does, we can certainly find a solution. I bought this at Cabela's. I'm sure you can find it on Amazon or Bass Pro. But anyway, friends, enough of that. This is the 2026 lineup of the equipment, the money-making setup. This is what's going to make you a lot of money, me a lot of money. So, I mean, you don't need huge mowers to make a ton of money. This is more than what you need to make a ton of money. You don't need that. You don't need that. You only need one trimmer. So save yourself some money. This will work great for you. And you can always get a bigger mower too. It's definitely not a bad thing. There's sometimes when this is a pain to push, when it's 100 degrees and going up a hill. But, you can't always control the weather, so sometimes you just gotta deal with it. Anyway, friends, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider subscribing and liking the video. It means a lot. These videos are difficult to put out sometimes, but I like doing it, and it's kind of a second hobby. But anyway, friends, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.